It is live now.
We are live. Hello, everyone. How are you? We have a very cool show today. The top 10 hottest chicks in comics. Even though Corey doesn't really understand what that means, selecting outside of the comic book range.
Okay, before we start, I am not going to discriminate against manga comic book chicks like Rob. I class manga as comics.
Books. Yeah. Comic book chicks.
Yeah.
Western comics. All right, that's fine.
They're the same.
Manga is a comic, really.
Yeah.
Don't get on his side, Clayton.
I don't know if you've read a manga before, Rob, but you know.
Oh, don't even start. I was reading manga before you were. Anyway, how are you, Corey? It's good to see you here.
Dude, I'm good, man. I'm excited.
Cool. Clayton, it's good to have you as always. Is this the first time you've been on my show? No, you've been on once before.
No, I've been on a few times.
Yeah,
I've been on more than Corey.
Yeah. Well, Corey's a slack person. He's too busy going to the mall and doing mall things.
I like being here. I like being here. I like bumming around your channel. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Can I stay for a few weeks? Do you mind?
Let's say hello, chat. We have Mr. Von Stugel, Corey, Replicant, fantastic name. I don't know where you got it from, but it's sensational. B Rose, Great Sage. Clayton, who's this person?
Billy Batsko.
You nearly got it. You nearly had it this time. Billy Basco, Shane O'Sullivan. Who else we got? Manifesto. Great to see you. Norm. Lenhart, new person. I don't know if I've seen you before, Norm. Good to see you.
Hell yeah, Norm. Billy Baxco should spell his name the way he wants people to pronounce it. That's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, that's a point, I guess. But it is Basco. It has been confirmed before.
So Rob wants to review 30 characters in a matter of an hour.
Yeah.
By the way.
It's not like we're going in depth to like each character arc and story and shit.
Yeah,
man. We're just saying if they're hot or not.
We're rating the measurements, Clayton, and
Clayton, I don't care about that personality, man. What are you talking?
What personality? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you just want the looks.
People in chat are getting upset that there are no anime or manga chicks on this list apart from Corey.
There are mine. I don't discriminate, guys.
Corey can't follow simple instructions. We will do a separate manga show at some point, probably with Billy and B Rose, because I'd never hear the end of it if they didn't get to say their piece. But let's get into it, Clayton. Who do you have at number 10 on your list of hottest chicks?
I haven't really ordered them. I think they're all equally pretty hot, so we can decide at the end which one of mine are the hottest.
Good effort.
This character is called Samantha Argent, and she's from the Hunter Killer series, created by Mark Silvestri from back in the day, and she's a total hottie.
Man, as you can see, like your kind of style of work.
Yeah, man. I'm a big Mark Silvestri fan, as many people know. He's had a huge influence on my style. And, people are always talking about my angular anatomy. Well, this is where it comes from, It's strong, it's powerful, it's energetic. And as you can see on a lady, that just that goes toe and toe.
Damn.
She's a babe. And I really love this series because Mark Silvestri did, I think he did about 6 books within that series, and Rocafort, in fact, worked on the series for a while, and he drew her extremely well too. But yeah, just sexy, and especially the behind shots that you can find of this chick. Just look her up, Samantha Argent. She's a total babe. I highly recommend her. She's sassy. She's sassy.
And chat, make sure you put yours in as well. So just put 10 and then who your choice is. Corey, who do you have?
The Black Cat chick from Spider-Man. I honestly don't know much about her, but she's pretty hot.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
A lot of people in chat, the last couple of days have said that she is their number one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Lots of people like her.
Black Cat, really?
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, she is pretty hot. So
She's got that
Alright,
white hair thing going on that all the kids are trying to do these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. My list is going to annoy some people because there's going to be a lot of people that aren't on it that people expect to see. So just
One
be
well,
wary.
a lot of manga's not on it, is it?
Yeah, well, exactly. Oh, hang on. Let's do that again.
I
My
had to pick
number
different
10
characters from Rob.
is Power Girl.
Oh yeah, nice. That's a good choice.
Pretty
Ample
good.
bosom.
Yeah. You know the story of this, don't you, Clayton? How the artist just kept increasing her boob size and like every issue until the studio or the editor said something.
No, I didn't actually. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool.
What did the editor say? Hey, we should keep going with this.
That's what they should have said. I don't know what they did say.
Well, they
let's have
didn't give
look.
her a reduction.
B Rose says he's driving, so he's going to go with Rogue number 10. Who else we got? Granny Goodness. I
That
don't
was
even know
Black
who
Cat.
this is. Someone said that the other day. Do you know who Granny Goodness is?
No, sounds like a woman I met once.
Raven,
Man.
Black Widow, Ghost. I like where Billy's head's at. That's fantastic. Madame Mirage. I didn't include Ghost in my list because then we'd have to hear about every chick from Kozor. So
Yeah, I didn't include Ghost in my list because,
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on.
you know,
Ghost, I would man. Never mind. I gotta keep
Crackhead says that's way too low for Power Girl. I don't know, man. I think Power Girl, like everyone knows Power Girl's hot, but
well, there's
it.
like a lot of hot chicks in comics. It was kind of a hard list to do, to be honest.
All right, Clayton, what do you got for number 9?
All right. For number 9, I've got Ballistic from Cyberforce. I really love this series. There's actually a lot of hot characters from it. In general, the Image dudes put out a lot of books from back in the day that had some very sexy babes as characters. And I believe this chick is kind of like a villain. At least that's how she starts off. And as you can see, right up my alley. Big guns, big boobies, nice figure, fit figure. I like fit chicks actually. I think they can be very, very sexy. You know, even though she's got abs popping out, and you know, quads that I will never ever be able to attain. She's still super attractive.
You're trying to
and also her
obtain
character
quads?
design. You know, her character design is one of those designs that greatly influenced me as a comic book character designer. If you look at my characters, especially from Renegade Alpha, you know, you can feel the vibe. You can feel the vibe happening there. And again, just really energetic lines from Mark Silvestri here. What can I say? What's
You
not to
can
love?
definitely see his influence in your work and how you design characters. They're very similar.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really enjoy when people make the comparison. To be honest, it's a huge compliment.
Yeah, this is a cool character, and you know,
Yeah,
just
man,
another one
Ballistic.
that I don't know of. So there you go.
Ballistic.
Yeah,
I had to choose characters that you wouldn't choose, man.
that's fair enough. All right, Corey's number 9 is
Fathom.
Oh yeah, nice.
Again, I didn't know much about her, but she's pretty hot.
Yeah, we've read this comic book, but I can't even remember her name either. But we've read it a lot. She's sexy as hell.
Yeah, that's basically her outfit for all the
By
covers.
Michael Turner. Michael Turner created this series.
Yeah,
Incredible artist.
nice colors as
storyteller.
well on this. So
all right. I've gone with Starfire. Why is it doing this? I've gone with Starfire.
That's the one I picked.
And I've gone with this particular one, which is just, what is going on with my computer, mate? I've gone with the Kenneth Roquefort edition God, he can draw beautiful women, Clayton.
Yeah, he can. He's pretty
Yeah.
good. I think I might be able to pull it off slightly more competently, but I don't know.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Crackhead, can you clip that so I can send that to Kenneth, please? Thank
That
you.
could be my ego getting the better of me, though. So I'm sorry. Sometimes it happens.
Let's have a look what chat has said. Really, it's from New Gods, Rob. Yeah, you guys, they give me crap, Clayton, because I haven't read many Marvel DC books. I was brought up on Phantom and Judge Dredd.
Yeah, same,
And
man.
yeah,
Or
and they give me-
Image
They give me
comics.
so much shit. Like, you don't know who that is? How could you not know? I'm like, yeah, dude, I just
It's
don't.
like-
I'm sorry.
The only ones that got filtered through was the Image comic books because there was so damn many of them. And I remember we would go to like the Sunday markets, and there'd be like an old granny there selling her children's, Image comic books. It'd be Cyberforce. It'd be what was one of the popular ones from back in the day? Lots of Rob Liefeld books, actually. So one would be Brigade. You would know the cover I'm talking about as well. Had the big blue guy at the back.
Dazzler, Cheshire, Sydney Savage, Bionic Bra, Catwoman, Black Widow, Angelus.
Oh, that is a good one. Damn it. Oh.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Chimera says, LOL, Rob Liefeld sucks. End of discussion. Damn.
Oh, come on, man. He had some
Fuck,
cool
man.
characters back in the day.
Bottom
And he speaks his
two,
mind.
Roker Fort. Yeah, read your comments, Rob.
And you know what? That pisses me off because Rob Liefeld doesn't suck. Sure, he's a bit bad at proportions, but he made a lot of fucking money on good art. So
He sucks more now than he used to, I think, in my opinion.
oh yeah, that's true.
I can see Corey is cheating here, but here we go. Corey this is number 8.
Tomb Raider, dude. There's like a massive series of Tomb Raider comics.
How is that
Not
cheating?
cheating?
Well, I mean, it kind of started as a movie, correct?
Yeah, but
It started as a video game series. Correct.
Video game series, then movie, then
I'm pretty
comic.
sure the comic book was after the game series before the movie, but I don't know. But anyway, dude, I'm pretty sure Michael Turner and stuff worked on the Tomb Raider comic books. So
yeah, dude, they did. I've got one.
she got some good picks.
It's amazing. It's freaking sexy as hell. Rob, you like some of Michael Turner's stuff. You've recently gotten a book that showcases some of it. It's beautiful. It's probably one of the hottest books that you'll ever read as a comic.
Yeah, man.
Tomb Raider, man, you should check that one out.
It is amazing. Like, looking at the Witchblade book, which I got, is incredible. Like, you don't see much art like this.
Dude, there's a crossover with Tomb Raider and Witchblade. I'm pretty sure Top Cow must have got the license.
I don't like crossovers. Do you guys like crossovers?
If it's Tomb Raider and Witchblade, yes.
Yeah. If it's two hot chicks, yeah.
And Rob, you're the one who suggested we do a crossover pinup for Kozor and Replicator, 2 of the most contrasting book themes that you could ever put together.
Yeah, but it's not like they're in a story. It's a pin-up, Clayton. It's not like we're trying to sell the world that it works together. All right, what do you got, Clayton?
This is Tempest from Strike Force. And Strike Force is actually a spin-off from Cyberforce, starring Stryker most prominently. And he's kind of chilling out. He gets the call to action that every hero of every story ends up getting. He resists at first, like they all do, but he is tasked to put together a team of very talented superheroes, and Tempest is one of them.
Mate, that back arch is all the way out there.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
isn't it?
interesting proportions, man. But
I always say comic book characters are images. They don't need organs.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how her spine is going. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. But do you know what? It wasn't about whether it was correct. It was about the impact that it had on you as the young 12-year-old, 13, 14-year-old kid that was picking up this comic book. And to you, you don't give a shit about how accurate the anatomy is. You just
That
want to
is
see
true, man.
This one hurts my back though to look at. I'm like, damn, that looks painful.
Man, that
Yeah,
is so true, bro. Like, as a 12-year-old or 15-year-old or whatever, you don't give a fuck about the proportions.
No, you don't.
You know?
And yeah, totally, man. That's the thing with comic books. That's their magic. That's their charm. And I think that you're a truly good comic book artist, not when you are able to draw correctly, but when you are able to invoke impact, when you are able to invoke excitement and some level of connection with the reader that is one of awe. And guess what? 100% accurate anatomy drawing is never going to do that. It never will.
Yeah, dude. I've seen some accurate anatomy, like, artists and shit, which is great, but then they got, like, really bad rendering. And it's like, if you look at the rendering, the cross-hatching on this, it's professional, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
I'm going with Zatanna.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, she's a pretty hot character,
Yeah,
actually.
you couldn't have found a better picture of her, man.
I got a couple of pictures of her. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the thing about, like, DC and Marvel cartoons. Like, it kind of ruins the art.
Yeah, man.
In a way.
A lot of the time, a character's hotness is determined by who's drawing her as well.
Rob, are you saying you like the cartoon version of her more than the comic book or something? Like,
No,
why do you
the point I'm making that I haven't made yet is the fact that they can make it look very PG, but she's still really hot.
Dude, she looks like 12 here.
No, she doesn't.
Fuck, man.
God, you creepy
Anyway,
old man.
I tried to find the hottest images of every character, but, you know.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Rob.
It's the best one I could find.
It is PG. It's nice. It's appropriate. I would let my daughter go out in that attire.
Would you?
Probably.
Let's have a look through chat. What do we got? We have Viper from Madam Hydra. We have Judge Anderson. Yeah, Judge Anderson never really did it for me, Clayton. What about you?
Judge Anderson? Well, she was pretty butch. But no, she was hot. I didn't like the movie version. I thought that she could have been better.
Whitney Sung, Black and White, She-Hulk. Corey, what are your thoughts on She-Hulk?
Oh, dude, I like the older version of She-Hulk.
The older version of She-Hulk, yeah.
I don't like this new version where she, like, for some reason has to look like a man.
You know,
I don't get how it's progressive, but, you know.
Huntress, Poison Ivy, and 8 crackhead. That is horrible.
Dude, what are you
Magdalena?
Man?
Magdalena, nice.
We have Polaris, Gwen from Saga. Which one's Gwen from Saga? I know the main chick.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I thought that was the main chick.
Shadow Cat Kitty Pryde when she was in Wolverine 128. Trust me on that. That's very specific, Shane. Thank you. Billy Basco says, Clayton's getting me all hot and bothered talking about all these emotions being evoked.
That's what I do, man. It's my NLP.
Oh, Badger's here. Good to see you, Badger. I haven't seen you in a while. The hottest woman in comics is Mary Jane, where she's wearing that iron spider suit in the comics. Yeah. Very cool.
Mary Jane is a babe.
She almost made my list, but she got chucked off.
She didn't make my list, and I think it's because everyone loves Mary Jane. I was like, nah, screw that. Let's do something different. So we're up to 7. Who's first? Corey.
Yeah. So, dude, the reason I like Poison Ivy is not just because she's super hot, but she's also like dangerous and shit as well.
Mm.
And,
that turns Corey on.
An Art Jam who done this is a fucking great artist. So.
Yeah, Art Jam's amazing.
He is really good.
Man, look at this. You know, her seductive powers. I don't know. I don't know if I could resist.
Natural beauty.
If Poison Ivy was like, it's okay, just touch me, just kiss me, I think that I would probably fall for it.
Yeah, man. Dude, she's a great character. Like, you know, I know she's probably like, you don't want to do DC characters or anything, but she's a pretty good one, man.
She would be, if I was Batman, she would be my most dangerous enemy.
Yeah.
I know, like I always say, I have no interest in doing anything mainstream, but like give me a good villain and it would be something that would be tempting. I would love to do a Poison Ivy story where she just kicks ass.
Oh, and she's like super seductive and shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and
that's
like,
hot.
she has the whole nature thing. I think everyone can feel that.
Yeah, just rolling around in the grass.
Like, dude, literally, she's only got like leaves covering up, you know.
Corey, you're preaching to the choir. I totally agree with you. Clayton, what do we have here?
So this is Zealot and Voodoo from the Wild Cats. Now, this is again from the Image era, and this was a series created by Jim Lee under Wildstorm. And no matter what you think about Jim Lee, his art back then and the kind of characters he came up with, I thought, well, actually, all these characters that I've been showing are really interesting looking to me. They go beyond the standard design model that we see for superhero characters. Yes, they're still in tights, but you can see the incorporation of armor and some of the more militaristic aspects almost with those belts. And of course, we all know about the pouches from back in the 90s. And Zealot, this one here.
And I don't see pouches, man.
Characters, by the way, Rob. And they're total babes. I actually think I've got another image of them together, so you can really get a proper idea of their actual hotness. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, they're touching butts. They're friends. They're close. They're intimate. You know, imagine if we were so close, Rod, that we could touch butts while we were in the middle of an intense conflict.
I mean, that's the way it has to be done, doesn't it?
Naked butts,
butt touching.
naked, uncovered butts, and this is the comics that you used to get, man. I'm telling you, and you used to be able to get them as a teenager, as a young kid. So this was like saucy stuff that when you read it, you weren't really sure whether or not your parents would approve. So you never showed them what was inside the comic book. You kind of kept that to yourself if you were smart because you didn't want to get it confiscated. But this is what inspired me to become a comic book artist. I'm like, yeah, I just want to draw porn. I mean, I want to draw hot chicks and superheroes.
Oh, that's great. All right, my one. Miriam Cooper.
Whoa. What's that from, man?
Cave Woman or something along those lines. I was actually looking at like the top hottest chicks, and this came up, so I searched her.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's really hot
again.
Miriam Cooper, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure someone in the chat is more familiar with this comic than I am, which is not saying much, but that's pretty good. What do you think of the style, Clayton, of the art?
Again, I think it comes down a lot of the time to the artist drawing the characters to how hot they're going to look. And this one I'm not digging as much, but if it was Frank Frazetta, I think he could have pulled it off really, really well.
Oh, it does look pretty similar to like old school Frazetta style, but
I think that's what they were trying to go for here. But you know, that's just preference, man. I think that there's a lot of preference when it comes to whether or not a piece of art is desirable. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder a lot of the time. So you got to take
what Rob means, man. I found some pretty saucy pictures of her. Not safe for work or this stream pics.
That's a shame. Absolutely, dude.
Let's have a look what chat has said. Storm, 80s specific, no powers with a mohawk and leather punk rock. Yeah, dude, I actually like the mohawk, and I know it's like it's frowned upon now, but I think it looks pretty damn good. Vampirella, Clayton, what do you think of Vampirella?
Oh, Vampirella is amazing. I should have picked her, actually. She's an amazing character. And specifically, very, very well designed. One of the best designed female comic book characters out there.
Psylocke by Mr. Von Stugel at 7. I say that's heresy. Witchblade, Badger, chuck your numbers in there, man. Who else we got? Star Sapphire, because reasons. Love it. Badger says, nah, this looks like a Kardashian. You've just ruined it for me. Thank you. Thank you, Badger, for that.
I bet $50 I can guess Rob's number one.
I bet you're wrong. You want to put $50 down? You want to put $50 down? Let's do it.
Corey, shit, I shouldn't bet live. That's like...
Now look, let me explain. There is an actual Witcher comic book, okay? So technically, she is a comic book character called Ciri from the Witcher series.
Are you serious, man?
Yeah, dude. She's a comic book character. There's an actual Witcher comic book.
Get the comic book version of her.
The Witcher comic isn't that great, but she's a hot comic book character.
I guess technically.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, man? What are you gonna do,
dude? Mate, don't make me something say.
Look it up, guys. There's a Witcher comic done by Dark Horse. It's official.
Dude. I say the chicks from the Witcher series are all hot, very hot.
Yeah,
you could throw you could spin a bottle and you'd be quite happy. You could throw a dart, hit one, you'd be quite happy.
Done by the great artist Sakimi-chan as well, just so you guys know. Which is a woman, interestingly enough.
Dude, that belly looks so real.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's crazy. Did she Photoshop that?
All right.
It's amazing.
We're done with Corey's cheating. Clayton?
Okay, so this is She-Spawn. Obviously, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Spawn fan. And I believe this is the new and improved design for She-Spawn that is recently making an appearance in Todd McFarlane's new rollout of Spawn spin-offs, which is really, really cool. Something I'm super excited about. Cast of incredible talent coming on board for that one. But she actually had a different design from back in the day. It was more just, took all the red out. It was basically Spawn's suit, just purely black. And I believe her hair was actually blonde back then. Anyway, this one's much cooler. There's a lot more interest going on in the design. And again, man, I can't help it, man. For me, I need more than just tights and capes. I need chains. I need guns. I need spikes. I need a badass looking superhero, female superhero.
I think Clayton likes to be dominated, is why he chooses these characters.
Mate, when you walk through life as a dominating alpha, there's certain that you will start to develop another
Yeah.
Just the way it is, man.
I have a question about this because I think it looks sick too. But is it just another example of a popular male character being turned into a female character, or is there actual decent reason for this happening?
No. So She-Spawn has actually been around for a very long time. So Todd McFarlane's not just trying to, fit in with the trends here.
Thank you. Thank God for that.
Revenant, careful, Clayton. I'm just saying, man. Look, whenever you watch a movie and, say you're watching a movie and there's a scene in it where some dude is being whipped at like this underground brothel, and who is the dude being whipped? It's always the businessman, the super powerful Mongol. Is that what you call them? Yeah, multi-million-dollar Mongol Mongol? Anyway,
What?
Mogul.
Mogul. That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking for. Yeah. It's always the powerful dude being dominated, and that's for a reason. I'm telling you, man. And guess what? Guess what? It works the other way around. If you walk through life as a weak dweeb, you'll want to try to dominate everybody else. And you'll notice this, that the weakest of the dweebs are always the one like trying to, push their domination onto other people, trying to control other people and shit. It's true, man.
It took me so long to try and figure out what you're trying to say. It looks like chat struggled with it as well.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Eric Weathers is in the house. Eric, what do you think of this lettering here? That looks really hard to read for me. Be interested to see what you say. Yeah, but this character design
double page spread though.
You like this design, Rob?
Yeah, it's sick, man. I love it. I love it. As long as, like, I have a massive hang up with just turning male characters into female characters because it really just pisses me off. Like, we've got Batman. Let's just make Batwoman. Oh, we've got Superman. Let's just make Superwoman. Fuck that. But
well, in terms of inclusion, Todd McFarlane was kind of ahead of his time. Actually, he's ahead of the curve of everybody else, somewhat. Spawn was a black character. And he had tons of different female characters. Whether or not he included them just because he wanted sexy chicks in his comic books is a different conversation. But, the fact remains that there was some representation in Spawn. There were tons of different characters. And it's great that Todd McFarlane is now exploring deeper storylines for them in these spin-offs.
He says, lettering always looks small on screen on a double-page spread. However, there could be more, I think he says, contrast between the letters and the caption. It'd be interesting to see how this looks.
Possibly,
My number 6 is Emma Frost. I think she's super hot. There is also a little bit of cheating on my side of things too, because I'm very heavily influenced by the movie. I think the movie she was super hot in the movie, so that's why I'm putting her at my spot in the list.
She was pretty hot. So is that like your ideal chick, Rob?
No, not necessarily. But she was really hot. So
she was okay. She was okay.
I
like she's okay in the movie. I think in the comics she was actually hotter, but
it's fair enough. Each to their own.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
Okay,
let's have a look through chat.
Don't worry about it.
Power Girl. Yeah, see, everyone loves Power Girl, and that's why I put her at 10. Starfire by Ed Benes.
Yes.
Crackhead says Angela at 7. I think we're on 6, aren't we, guys? Power Girl again for 6. Fairchild, Gen 13. Do you know who that is, Clayton?
Oh, yeah, she's pretty hot.
Yep. She's a beautiful woman. She was gorgeous in Mad Men.
Damn. I would like to see her in Mad Men.
If I wasn't gay, she'd be my type. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Emma never did it for me. Seems generic blonde hot. Yeah, and I don't normally like blondes, but I don't know. For some reason, I like her. Corey, we're going to number 5.
Yeah, so I actually picked her at number 5 as well.
There you go.
But I like the Sakimi-chan version, so,
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I think it's a way hotter version than the movie version, but
Again with the Sakimi-chan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
It's good.
It's very
Pretty
nice.
hot, man. I don't know. In the movie, she looks kind of older, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, she looks like 16 here, bro.
No, she's dead. Those are well-developed boobs, man. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, all right. Very cool. Emma Frost is cool. Clayton, what have you got for us?
So this is Angela again from the Spawn universe, but here's the catch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only like Angela from before Marvel brought her back. I liked her when Image Comics, Todd McFarlane owned the character, and when Greg Capullo specifically was illustrating her, because as you can see, he did a fantastic job. And like Greg Capullo, I'll be honest with you, was one of my first influences. I remember when I was back in my teens, I was sitting there looking at his stuff, and I was like, man, what are these like little lines that he's added in here? And I just started adding in lines to my own work because I thought, like, I didn't realize it was rendering and it was supposed to shade things. But just really, really awesome stuff. Love the way that he incorporated movement and life into his figures. He had a very, very animated style, and then just the way he describes the anatomy with the sort of shape architecture that he uses is quite incredible. There's definite energy to all of these lines.
He obviously is a top level artist because that character concept looks like it would be a nightmare to draw over and over again in different anatomy poses.
That's probably why they simplified the design when Marvel took her back. But this was, and this is the thing, man. Like, this is something I've realized with working with Julius on Borok. It's a comic book that requires an extra level of attention and detail. And look, it's going to take pages much longer to be drawn and put together because of that. And I got to imagine that it was the same deal with not just Spawn. Actually, Spawn's always been pretty consistent. I don't know how it's been as consistent as it has been with this level of detail, but a lot of the Image dudes had massive delays on their books, and it's because a majority of them just had more intricacy, more detail going on in them. Not to mention the fact that they weren't businessmen; they were artists putting together these books, and yeah, dude, I really, really loved when comic books were a true art form, man. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. It stands the test of time. I go back and reread these comic books over and over again just because I want that thrill. It's a freaking thrill to read these books.
Yeah, that chrome work too on the axe, that was sick.
Like, Rob, imagine if you had an artist like this working on your book.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, where are they? Where are these artists?
On her body, man.
And of course, the sad thing is that Greg Capullo, when he went to work for DC, I mean, really, when he left Spawn, yes, he came back to work on Haunt, and that was pretty good. But I think he was at his peak. I think he was at his peak on Spawn. Really, really great stuff. Could have been because Todd McFarlane was inking over his pencils, but I think since he's gone to DC, and I know he would have had to speed up a little bit and tweak his style somewhat in order to fit in with their house look. Then again, DC does have some pretty detailed-looking comic book art in some of their books. But Go Capullo really dumbed his style down, and it became much more simplified and cartoony. And it's kind of sad, man. It really is.
It is sad because this is art. Like, this isn't just comic books, right? This is like incredible art. And to make an artist rush their work, we don't know what we had. Like,
yeah, absolutely, man.
We don't know what we had, and it's cheap. You could get it for $2 at the newsstand or whatever. It would have been a lot cheaper back then.
Totally, man.
Wow, mate, don't even start me. It is sad. It really is sad.
And I do think that yes, there was the big comic book bubble and whatnot that really caused the industry to crash in some ways, depending on how you look at it. But the thing is, the other factor is comic books, slowly but surely, they became more of an importance to, get things out on time, to make sure that everything that was being released fit in with the political climate, whatever was trending socially. And it became less about the art, more about the business, which I get. Like, I get it, man. Like, it is a business. People have to make money. But I swear to you, if comic books looked as cool as this still, like a majority of them, you would have way more people reading them. Because
that's
this is,
why-
you don't even get comic book covers that look this good these days. Like, and this is an interior page. This is a panel.
Yeah, man.
And that's why crowdfunding is so good, because you get people like Ethan, like Kenneth, whoever, whichever artist you want, they get to spend the amount of time they want to spend on a page, right? They get to do their very, very best work that they possibly can do because they have the time to do it. There's no deadlines. I mean, there's goals they should try and meet, but give me Ethan as an example. His best work every day of the week over a rushed book every day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that every single day.
You would prefer that, like, easily. You would prefer that. Like, I would prefer the version of Cyberfrog that we're getting, even though it's taken him a year or more to create one book. It's like, I would prefer that than a monthly subpar version of Cyberfrog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's true, man.
For sure. 100%. It's no question about it. And it's funny, isn't it? It really does put into perspective what matters. And what matters really is the reader and the creator, not necessarily the business and the money-making aspect. That's not what's important to those parties, right? And it's really the corporations, the larger corporations, the overseers that started, putting all these rules into place, confining their artists, confining their writers, and as a result, creating a shittier product that pushed readers away. And they wonder why the industry is going down the drain now. And more people from the mainstream, I can imagine Greg Capullo, I think he's already talked about it, bringing back the Creech. And I wouldn't be surprised if he crowdfunds it. I can see Brett Booth doing the same thing. Kenneth Rocafort has already done it. Ethan is talking about it has been talked about in CG that there's some other artists coming over from the mainstream, and it's, I think that maybe the comic book industry will actually make a comeback if all goes well, given what's happening.
I think so, and there's been talk or complaints that the pros are taking all the backers, but it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
How many people do you think Greg Capullo would bring to a crowdfunding, or Michael Turner, whoever, all the big guys? They bring backers in, and those backers trickle down, and they find your products.
Yeah, that's complete and utter bullshit in my opinion. Because otherwise, if that, like, why has Eric Weathers and Von Klaus? Why have they made more money than Trent Kanuga? At least the last time I checked, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, imagine if you had someone like Greg Capullo invite you on his show to promote your book. I mean,
it'd be great, but I don't think being a pro
bullshit.
Man, being a pro means shit here. Like, that's the wonderful thing about what we're doing is that the playing field is so leveled out. It's really on you as the creator to cultivate your audience, to connect with them, build a relationship, and give them something that is actually valuable, that is they're actually going to fall in love with. That's all you need. You don't have to worry about competition, man. Your product will determine where you land in, no matter how saturated this crowdfunding comic books thing gets.
All right, we've got to move on. We've got to move on. But I 100% agree with you, and we should do a full rant about this another time. I've gone with Wonder Woman at number 5. Like you said earlier, and Corey's given me this look like, oh, Wonder Woman.
It's the animated Wonder Woman.
I mean, why are you doing these cartoons, dude?
I like the animated version. She's muscular and strong, but still hot. Help me out, chat. I'm not feeling it from the Barton Bros right now.
No, man. This actually does the opposite.
I actually almost prefer Bancroft's character over this.
Brutal.
Unbelievable. Revenant's like, dude, where are you finding these pics? This is the worst. The worst Wonder Woman pic. Dude, I like this one. I don't care.
It's Like Wonder Woman, she's an okay character, but it's like you went out of your way to find the shittest version.
Just look up
of her.
Wonder Woman sexy.
Yeah.
You find me a better Wonder Woman pick, Clayton. Go.
I will,
You
man.
find me one right now.
Okay.
Right
Dude.
now.
Look up Wonder Woman
Comic
Argent,
version of
man.
Wonder Woman is better. Sorry, not sorry, Rob. And you know,
Is
like you
this
saw.
the version of the dress? Like this is a shit costume. Her shittest costume design as well.
Jeez, mate, just
Yeah.
calm down, Corey. It's all right.
No, not joking, man. I'm disappointed in you, bro. I can't believe it, man.
I like this version of Wonder Woman.
You know what
I'm
this
not gonna
reminds me
apologize
of?
for it, Corey. It's not going to happen.
I seen like SJW channels do like hottest women in comics, and they always do this bullshit where they pick like the shittest characters, and then they'll say that the hottest.
Dude,
This
she's
one here, Rob.
muscular, she's strong, she's attractive.
Yeah, that's
uh,
great.
That's great, but she doesn't have that muscular frame, really. She's slightly more muscular.
She's pretty built, man.
But
But,
the
you know.
nice, still soft but muscular frame.
Yeah,
It's
hey,
like,
I really
she-
like Wonder Woman from the animated movies. I'm not gonna.
all right, man. All right.
I'm not gonna
All right,
apologize for it. Free Fall from Gen 13. Red Sonja. Magic. What have you
Robert's
done?
sharing
Clayton?
my screen now, mate. You just blew it.
You blew
Yeah,
it.
you just ruined it, man.
You ruined it. Supergirl, Huntress, Free Fall. Yes, got that. We got that. Turn off the safe search on your browser, guys. Don't worry. My top three will beat these guys' top three.
Sure, man.
Corey, you've gone. We're up to number 4 now. 5 Witchblade. That's heresy as well. Who's this, Corey?
Red Sonja, man.
Did
You don't know Red
Sonja?
Sonja?
Did you
Look,
get them all from the same artist?
Again, I haven't read much of the comics, but she's pretty fucking hot.
Dude, she's from
This
Conan.
is actually a different artist. It's not Kimmy-chan, but it's it's similar. It's similar.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty hot,
Beautiful
bro.
rendering on the colors.
Like, I don't get, like, why do my comic book characters cop so much shit when, like, you've got these established mainstream
It's
comic book
because you got
characters.
people like Rob bitching about it. It's like it's too hard. It should be more like the animated cartoon of Wonder Woman, man. You
What?
know.
What? Don't shame me into for my choice of liking the animated Wonder Woman, Corey. Oh my gosh, you're
Man,
unreal.
this is a fucking great picture. If I could paint like this one day, man, I would just.
Did you get the same artist for all your picks?
No, this is actually a different painting artist. I was trying to get the same
deja
artist,
vu.
but Anyway, that was like the hottest. Like, see, when I was doing this, unlike Rob, I'm like, okay, hottest comic book characters have to be the hottest pictures of them as well.
Wait. Dynamite is turning soy? What?
Mate, that's that. That's another
Yeah.
whole topic, Clayton.
Just because of the thing?
The
Because they
thing.
took it down?
That's the reason.
right.
Starblade. Starfire.
Starfire, yeah.
Mm.
Starfire drawn by Ed Benes. Benes? Anyway, obviously, super hot character. I actually have, what do you call them? The sexy anime figures. I got one of those, the Bishojo, or whatever, however you pronounce that shit. I've got one of those of Starfire, and it's so hot. It's so sexy. And it's, but I got to say that this
I've seen
probably
that.
a
It's like an
sexier
anime
rendition.
version of it.
Yeah,
Something.
but man, come on, man. This is,
I don't know.
Yeah. Clayton's picture's way better than the other one you picked,
yeah,
Rob.
look at
Oh.
this, man.
Chat, come on. Roquefort or Benes?
Dude, Ed Beans all
dude,
the way,
Benes.
man.
Like, Roquefort's good, don't get me wrong, but Benes has this. Man, I thought you liked the more fit look anyway. Like, this is, look at these legs, bro. They could crush your face.
Yeah, man, it's pretty hot. Good coloring too.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful color. And Corey, mate, you're getting to this level. I mean, you're almost better, I would say.
Oh, come on.
Honestly, you're getting really, really good.
Yeah, man.
And
Dude, how
so I
recent
don't
is
know.
this book?
Calm down.
I don't know much about Starfire other than the fact I really hated the casting choices in the Teen Titans series for her. I was like, who the fuck is this character? Like,
man.
I thought it was absolutely
Pretty sure they ruined her in the comics recently as well.
I thought it was Riri. It was silly, but this is how I know Starfire to be.
I remember it was like an Asian chick or something that cosplayed of her, and it was like a massive controversy.
Really? Why?
She's she's really fucking hot or something, and I don't know.
But she is
Probably
hot. She's a hot character.
Corey's
you know.
Corey's going to lose his shit when I show him my choice for 4.
Dude, look at this. Oh man, just look at the way. I love the feet here and the
Dude,
legs.
if it's another fucking cartoon character, man, I will lose my shit.
Yeah, it's going to lose your shit.
Mate, and the shadow placement here, like, you know, we always talk about how important it is not to overshadow chicks, but I gotta say, Ed Beans knows how to place them down. Man. Really good shit.
I think like when they do fucking basic 3D models, trace overs these days for comics, and they're called professional these days, man. You're like, what the fuck?
Man, it's really upsetting that like why can't all comic books look like this? Like these mainstream a-holes. Disney,
and then when they do like
Marvel,
fucking they make
enough money to pay for good artists.
For the skin though.
Do
you like the color palette for the skin?
Oh yeah, it's hot, man.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, she's supposed to be orange. Why? There's something against orange people, Rob?
But it just says Rob's number 1 is Dora the Explorer.
Dude.
My number 4, Harley Quinn, Arkham Asylum.
That's pretty hot.
Dude, that's not Arkham Asylum, man. That's a shitty cartoon version of her.
That's actually pretty hot though for a cartoon.
It's really good. You know, I don't think I need to really say anything more about Harley Quinn. She's hot. She's crazy. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's have a look at number 4s from the chat. Electra.
You know what they say, Rob? Never put your dick in crazy.
Well,
man.
Do they? Do they say that? Or is it never marry crazy? Heidi Hyde? You want Arkham City? Yeah, that's the
yeah. Dude,
I know what you mean.
You should have found like a picture of her in the actual game or something, man.
I like
or
this
like
version
by Art
Arkham Asylum version, Corey. Black Cat, Savage, Land.
Clayton, can you believe this, man?
Rogue.
Can you believe this guy?
It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay, I love Corey, but him ragging on cartoons when he had manga girls on his list is a slap in the face.
Dude, some manga chicks are way fucking hotter than this.
So we're up to 3. Corey, see, I don't love this character as much as everyone else does, but Corey, take it away.
Dude, look, again, I haven't read much of the comics, but she's a pretty hot character.
Dude, the comics are amazing, especially the original Warren series.
Freaking dude, vampire chicks are pretty seductive and shit, man. I mean, it's just hot. Great colors on this as well.
She's seen some iterations over the years that, you know, have arguably been not as great as the original version.
Rob, how can you, like, this chest bit, like, I could just take a screenshot of this chest bit and, like, your last picture would be nothing.
It's an incredible design. It really is.
Yeah. It doesn't speak to me. I don't know why.
Rob, man.
It's good. Man. Oh, just quickly though, like I did actually have better Starfire ones.
Yeah, that's good. That is pretty good, man. Yeah, nice.
Vampirella. Is everyone in chat a fan of Vampirella? I'm sure they are.
Dude,
why don't you like
this
her?
is the hottest chicks in comics, and I had to say she probably is one of the hottest looking chicks in comics, man.
She is, man.
No, I don't think she is. I don't think she is. I think there's hotter chicks in comics.
She is, man.
Much hotter.
Hey, Rob, you said that blondes weren't your type. So who is your type?
I like chicks with dark hair, actually.
Like Vampirella?
Wait, so why don't you exactly like Vampirella, Rob? What
I
turns you
don't
off
know.
about her?
It's a chick, a vampire chick in a red bikini. That's all it is. Like,
It's not
Exactly.
a bikini, though, man.
Exactly,
Look
man.
at the way her
what is
outfit.
it then, Clayton? It's a bikini with a collar.
Look at the way her outfit emphasizes her anatomy. It's
Yeah.
awesome, man, and it's the red just draws you straight to her. It's
Dude, it's like the hair and stuff, long hair,
No,
it's jewelry and shit,
nah.
vampire.
And Proby says it's a shame Vampirella isn't written very well, Clayton. So there you go.
yeah, no, we do need better writers. Oh, okay. So this is my choice for
Lad?
what are we up to?
3.
Number
Yeah,
3,
right.
Lilith from Graveyard Shift. Obviously, she's on my mind at the moment.
Why
She's
is that,
another
Clayton?
vampire chick. As you can see,
Wait, is she an actual vampire in the comic?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Interesting.
Beautiful booty.
Yeah, it's
See,
pretty hot.
to me, this is more interesting than Vampirella.
Yeah, and again, you've got that image flavor to the design.
But Rob,
at least
okay.
from the 90s.
Rob, if she was in a bikini like Vampirella, wouldn't she be hotter?
The thing I like about her is how her outfits, it doesn't pull any punches. It's very, very nice. You got this collar around the neck here. That's beautiful. Straps, lots of visual interest going on. Some really good contrast, and it's all tightly clad. So you get the interesting design aspects, but you also get a very nice look at the contours of her.
I imagine that's a tough pose to draw too, because
It would be, yeah.
not really, man.
You know what I really love about John Mayland's art, actually? He's very, very good at coming up with iconic illustrations for his characters. Very good at it.
Okay, my number 3 is probably the one that everyone thought would be my number 1, but it's not.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh,
I haven't
finally,
shared my
he's got a good
screen,
one.
so this is
Come
all on
on,
you
man,
to
hurry
change in
up.
the images. This is all on you. This has nothing to do with me.
Dude,
My
you're so
number 3.
slow.
My number 3 is Witchblade.
Oh, number 3.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, right.
I thought she was going to be number 1 for you. Good thing
That's
I
what
didn't make that
said.
bet.
That's what everyone thought, but it's not. I changed my.
Dude, if it's a fucking cartoon character, man, I'm not gonna talk to you.
That's not a threat, Corey. That's a bonus for me. Dude, I go on about Witchblade all the time. She is so hot. I love this whole concept behind her armor, like the living
I don't think
armor.
it's a bad. I like it when Michael Turner draws her. I think she's even hotter in the comic.
Yeah,
Michael
Turner is amazing.
Is this a hot enough picture for you, Corey? You've been on my ass the last couple of pictures. I think this is pretty good.
Yes.
She's pretty good. It's a pretty good picture, man. It's better than the others.
It's great.
Hit us with number 3s in chat, people. But I'm hoping at least one of you has her in your top 2. Just saying.
Her eyes do look a bit weird in this image. I mean, her whole face looks kind of weird, but I'm just saying it's a pretty good picture still.
It looks great. What are you talking about? You're being crazy. Crackhead says Wonder Woman for number 3. Savage Land Rogue from Billy Basco. Red Monica. Red Monica's pretty cool. Poison Ivy from Manifesto. Hell Witch by Peludo.
Dude, I've shown like 10 characters already.
No, you haven't, dude.
Yeah, I have.
Nope.
Dude.
Not at all.
Hunter Killer Chick, Ballistic.
Yeah, you don't have to list them. Just show the
Zealot,
next one.
Voodoo, Psyblade, She-Spawn, Angela, Starfire, Lilith. Oh, okay. One more to go.
Good cat. So you're number 2, Clayton.
What?
You're number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 would have been Lilith.
No, that's your 3. What's your 2?
It would have been Lilith, mate.
No, it's
I
not.
saw you had
It's
like
not.
Red Sonja or some shit, man.
Remember, dude, Zealot and Voodoo were counted as 2 characters for me.
No, they did not.
Yes, they do, man. They're 2 different characters.
Doesn't matter. You put them in
Right.
one.
It's
image.
okay. Clayton doesn't have an extra character because he's
Wow.
Far out, Rob. I
Slack.
even showed you 2 images for them to make up for it.
Slack.
Anyway.
This is your. I'm just going to go to Corey. Catwoman at number 2, Corey.
Yeah. Look, I know she's a bit of a cop out, but she's just a classic hot character, man. I mean, skin tight suit. She's like a cat woman, like just hot, man.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I
it's
don't.
a classic.
she doesn't
And
do it for me.
this is done by Archer. She's pretty good.
He's
Yeah.
really popular art.
I do think the cartoon version of Catwoman isn't that good, though. Just saying.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
nice.
Clayton's number 2 is Red Sonja.
Well, actually, I'll tell you my number 1 in a bit. But yeah, I really like Red Sonja. I think she's especially this rendition of her. Total
Yeah,
babe.
she's hot.
Obviously, we
Dude, you found like
like-
an even hotter image of her. So-
Yeah, obviously we like the medieval stuff. And this captures her badassery. Again, I love the fact that whoever initially came up with Red Sonja, they were like, you know what? I don't give a shit about practicality at all. I'm just going to go for a sexy medieval chick. I'm going to put her out there and she's going to kick ass. And
Dude,
that's
it is
it.
practical, man. Like the less armor you have, the faster they are. It's like if you watch Dragon Ball Z, they take off the armor that's weighted.
That's
right?
a very, very good point,
Yeah.
man. That's the excuse I'm going to use from now on.
I mean,
Yeah, dude.
horrible movie though. Have you ever seen the movie?
No, I haven't actually.
The live action one, you mean?
Yeah, it's bad. I tried watching
think-
it. It's shocking.
Yeah.
I think she initially was made her first appearance in a Conan comic. I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've read an actual novel of Red Sonja and Conan. That was pretty cool back in the
Was
day.
it good?
Yeah, it was really good when I used to
Dude,
read.
there's a lot of really cool fantasy novels out there with really kick-ass art on the front. And I wonder, are they any good? Are they good read?
All right, my number 2, Psylocke.
Oh. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, man. It's good.
Do I have Corey's approval? He's been on my ass all morning.
No, it's pretty good. It's not a cartoon. So
Yeah, he's been riding your ass, mate.
Man, she's super hot.
she's pretty hot.
I could have picked.
Like
any
I was thinking
the top
about putting
3.
her on my list, but I was just I don't know.
I love her powers. I love her outfit. I think she's hot. I love the whole thing. Is just sensational. My number 2. Quite happy with my choice too. Let's have a look what chat said. Oh, sweetheart, are you okay? Can you take over for a sec, Clayton?
Oh yeah, sure, no worries.
We'll go to your one.
All right, yep. Cool. So I know that I've already showed this chick before. Ballistic. But she's my number 1 because I actually have showed 10 characters.
Yeah, you had her like number 8 or some shit.
Yeah, I know, but I just didn't order them. I didn't have time to order them.
Oh,
So-
man.
And why is she my number 1? Well, she's just an utter badass. You've got these giant guns.
You kidding me, man? Red Sonja's way hotter than this chick.
Nah, man. Look at this. Look at everything that's going on here. You got,
Okay,
you got
bro.
not one but 2 guns. This one has
Can
a
you
giant knife attached to
Scroll
it.
up a bit to her face. Okay,
Yeah,
just
dude.
zoom into her face so you can see only her face.
Dude, if I drew this character, mate,
Yeah.
it'd be jizz in your pants. It would be.
Yeah, man. Dude, she looks pretty good, I guess. I think my number one's going to be better though. Just saying.
Awesome. Yeah. Really
So,
cool
yeah,
stuff.
man.
Fit, hot, lots of shadow here. Love it.
What are these other guys saying in chat?
All right, Corey's number one.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
so-
cheated, but it is a great
Dude,
choice. It's
right.
complete
Yeah,
cheating.
I don't discriminate against mangas. I think they're comic books as well, because they have comic book dialogue and paneling and shit. But anyway,
Rob wishes.
if you read Ghost in a Shell, man, there's like some colored panels as well. I'm like, fuck, like this artist draws a hot chick. Anyway,
Rob wishes that he picked her. I can tell. There's a certain amount of jealousy in his voice when he gets on your back about, like Corey cheated. He's got anime babes. That's just because Rob wish he had a thought of that. It's like, shit, I didn't include any anime.
It's comic books. It's not manga books. We had this argument earlier.
But they're the same thing.
No, they're not. They're two different things. One's from one place, one's from another. It's different things.
No, I think we need to have a stream about this, a debate.
dude,
Yeah, I mean, one of the best characters in manga and anime.
yeah, dude, she's
Hot,
fucking hot,
strong female.
dude. Some good outfits and stuff. Good
Corey,
designs.
mate. If this chick
and she's like an
to you,
android chick and shit, you know.
if this chick came knocking on your door and was like, "We need to take you in, Corey. We need to take you in, Mr. Button." What would you do,
I'd be
man?
worried,
You'd
man.
faint.
I'd be scared,
And she stood like at least a good head taller than you.
dude. I don't know. I'd be in big trouble. I'd be in big
I
trouble.
think
Mate.
Billy said
And
it.
she was like,
better than I
she
ever
was
could.
dressed in that.
Dude, I
like,
did not fucking cheat.
That was the
Okay?
extent of
No,
the
no.
pants.
You know what? I'm sick of this bullshit against manga comics. They're clearly comic books, man.
They're backwards comic book. That's
They're
all.
just because like they're Japanese and like that, like class as manga and shit. Like it's still technically a type of comic book, man.
It's a type of comic book. We all know it.
Yeah, you full of
It's
shit,
sequential
Rob.
storytelling.
That the Ghost in the Shell animated movie though is one of the best movies
Dude,
ever.
I gotta
It's-
watch it.
I thought both
haven't
of them
seen
were
it,
great.
but-
I actually like the new live action one with
I do too.
Scarlett Johansson. Like I don't give a fuck what people thought. I thought it
And
was still
Scarlett
good.
Johansson is hot, and she did.
You
I
know,
thought she did well.
They did do a bit of a dodgy thing with like that one scene, but I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm a fan of the series. Like
I
I
can't
think it's
listen to
great
Corey
they at
anymore.
least
He's
done
just
something.
talking nonsense. That was not a great movie, Corey.
It was pretty good.
It was cool, man.
Unreal.
I thought it captured the vibe of Ghost in the Shell quite well, actually.
Like I'm happy they at least done something. Because think about it, Rob. If it was just like cancelled because of Scarlett Johansson being a white chick, you wouldn't have gotten a movie at all. And I'm like,
That's fine.
fuck, man.
That's fine.
Dude, she
Man.
looked hot in the suit and shit, and I was pretty happy with the
Did.
movie, man. Me and
I-
Clayton
I'm glad
both
they
watched it in
picked her.
cinemas, and we were like, "Fuck yeah!"
This is going to sound really, typical male, but I did not like the fact that she wasn't topless for that scene that, is iconic from the animated series. Because
Yeah, but she kind of had like the android suit and shit. Like
Yeah,
she was
but-
kind of like naked and shit. But
that's why that it works so well in the like the animated movie is because it took away all that sexuality because she was just a robot. So having her naked was nothing. That's why I
it was
like
yeah.
nothing to her, but it was something.
like,
to
it.
but I'm pretty sure there's a scene where she is naked. It's just like they didn't put the nipples and shit on her. But anyway, I don't know. I think the manga version is fucking hot.
What? Norm Lenhart, mate. You really think ScarJo is a bad actor? I think she's all right. I'd cast her in a movie for sure.
Dude, she's. I'd value her looks over acting, but to say.
All right.
She's all right.
All
I haven't
right.
seen her act badly.
My number one. Ready? Poison Ivy.
Ah, man,
What
I'm
the fuck,
surprised this
Rob?
one out.
You
over
gave me
Witchblade.
so much shit for fucking doing Poison Ivy, and now she's like in number one.
Yeah, I gave
You
you
fucking
shit because
kidding me, man?
she should have been your number one, not your number 8 or 10 or whatever it was. She's legit hot.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
She is,
But
hot.
she's also like poisonous and shit. So if you do try to bang her, you will die.
Yeah, well, I mean, life comes with its own risks, doesn't it?
That's what's so good about her. She's almost like a metaphor for STDs in a way.
Oh God, Clayton.
You know, there's always a risk.
I like, I'm not a huge fan of red-headed characters in general, but I think the way that they've incorporated the nature element into her outfit is extraordinary.
Yeah, I actually think the Major in Ghost in the Shell is like 100 times hotter.
It's Christmas time every day with
just
Poison
saying, man.
Ivy. And you know what? I feel like they could have made a much hotter bisexual comic with Ivy and Harley Quinn. I feel like they should have hired me and Corey for that series.
So, like, they could get a comic series that would take a couple of years for you to produce.
It would take a couple of years because it would be so good. And when it came out, it would be like it would be a classic, not a one-hit wonder. People would revisit that book over and over again.
That's pretty funny. All right, let's have a look at the chat's number ones. Black Cat. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying, Corey. Black Cat is really popular.
Yeah, dude, I agree. Black Cat is pretty hot. It's just in like my opinion because I had trouble ordering them all because they're all pretty hot. But
do you know
I knew I wanted
like
the Ghost in the Shell chick as
Poison Ivy looks like a bit of a cougar here, like a mature woman.
Yeah. There's another Black Cat from B Rose. This is the problem. The live action did not capture the aesthetics of the series very well. I found it boring compared to the animated movie of '95. Billy has Tank Girls number one. Lady Death, Clayton. What do you think about that?
I didn't know Dawn McTeague drew. I thought she was just a colorist. Anyway, Lady Death is great as well. I think she's a total babe. Very similar vibe to Vampirella. Squirrel girl. Come on, Michael.
Any mods, feel free to give him a timeout for that one.
Michael, mate.
Yeah, I'd say like the Ghost in the Shell manga probably comes first for me, and then the animated movies. And like I just appreciate they'd actually done a live action movie that I thought was pretty decent, man. Like I've seen some pretty shit adaptations of.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael, mate, you better watch out because my illustration of Lilith, it's looking pretty hot right now. It's looking pretty steamy.
Yeah.
So why is Michael doing well?
Yeah.
Was he hired for it?
Rob's been throwing down. He's been like, dude, you should look out for Michael.
I don't know what you're talking about, Clayton. You're talking about lies. That's what it sounds like.
Come on, man.
And I'm like, yeah, right, man.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something about the live adaptation was actually pretty good in comparison to other ones.
Yeah.
Like
I appreciate it.
Death Note was horrendous.
Really,
I don't care what anyone says. That was the worst thing they've ever done.
Yeah, dude. Like the Ghost in the Shell movie was like it at least had like some pretty good like faithful scenes and shit. Like it was. If you're a fan of Ghost in the Shell, you still appreciate the movie, even though there's some things that go wrong. Like, compare it to the fucking Dragon Ball Z live action movie, you'd be like, oh, fuck.
Have you seen that, Corey?
Do you know Dan Frager worked on that? It's
horrible.
What?
Dan Frager worked on that Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Corey.
You've done it now. You guys are on fire already.
You probably got to admit it's pretty bad. Yeah, dude, there's some bits in the Ghost in the Shell movie that are in the comic as well. Like this, you got to appreciate it as a fan that they at least done something. not saying it's like the best or be all, but I'm still glad they done a movie still. And Scarlett Johansson is pretty hot too.
She is pretty hot.
So,
really
boys, what if you've got something coming up later today, don't you?
Yeah, we've actually got John Malin coming on to the show to talk about Graveyard Shift, his visions for Graveyard Shift, and also the exclusive variant covers that he's got happening. Should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Mark Polton will also be dropping in, and we love catching up with John Malin. He's an awesome dude.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's Kozor going, guys?
Kozor is coming along pretty well. We've had a few commissions to get out of the way as of recently. So we're trying to get
new
those
colors
done.
if you want. You want me to show
Trying to
some
get
new
those
colors
done before we go into Kozor full time, essentially, because it's something we realize that we actually need to do. We just need to put all of our time into this and make it happen as soon as we possibly can, but still at the high level of quality that we have promised the good people.
You guys are on the cusp of $30,000 US, which is pretty sick.
I know, it's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Really
Probably 5 more backers.
Yeah,
Maybe
dude.
6?
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get it to 500 before we end up finishing the campaign. We probably will, I think. There's a few more previews we would like to put out. I don't know if everybody did everybody see your card, Corey? Your trading card that you just colored up by Ken and White? Man, that looked amazing.
I love that one. I think that's one of my favorite pieces Corey's done to date.
Dude, I'll get that up if he's want.
And he's got some colors here too.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. So I'm going to go through the pages and help Clayton with remastering the colors and that.
It's been killing me, bros. What's Billy Basco going on about? Yeah, look at this. Corey recently colored up this page for Kozor. I'll go back to that other one as well. Yeah. This is looking just kick-ass, man. Like, your coloring has come such a long way.
Yeah, man. Well, we want the best for Kozor, man. So
we do, and man, how different is this from the original page? So one of the reasons as to why Kozor, you'll see why it's taking a little longer than we thought. It's because if you compare this new page to the old page, it's like completely redrawn. We're essentially redrawing the book.
yeah,
because we feel like the story is worth it, especially being the first issue. We want to really hook people in, and so first impressions count, right? But yeah, I'm really excited for it, man. I think this looks incredible, Corey.
Me too, man.
The link is in the description, guys. So if you haven't backed it, go have a look at it. It's sensational. These guys are two of the most talented people around. I mean, Corey is Corey, which is, he's a person not like any other. And
thanks, man, dude.
Clayton's a good guy.
Some would say I'm a good guy. Others might have varying opinions on that. Some might say I'm an annoying guy.
And yeah, we've had poster week, guys. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but it's been crazy. We're on day 3 of poster week, where we've been selling posters just for 24 hours. And we've sold like 8 posters in 3 days, and we've had 15 backers.
Wait a second.
So it's been going bananas.
I was going to ask how that's going, man.
Yeah, really good, like incredibly good. Like, we're on the cusp of 40,000 US now.
It's a good little experiment to do, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'd really recommend it for anyone that is thinking about doing something like that. And we've
Yeah.
only got 2 of these everything packs, so it's gone really great, gone really well. Can
man.
one of the mods chuck the link for Replicator and Clayton stream later today with Malin? That would be great.
That would be amazing. Oh, Corey, mate, what do you got there? Oh, dude, that is lush. Here, hang on a second. Let me make that big. Make that bigger, Rob.
It's like I'm not on my stream. Angle it, Corey, because you're getting the reflection of the screen.
Angle
it
the other way. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, wow. Anyway.
Out of curiosity, how long will the In Demand of Kozol be going for again?
So it's going to be... We're going to probably keep it up for a little while. I would say even after we end up doing the whole fulfillment thing, because we'll probably do what Von Klaus has done. We'll end up fulfilling it, and when people start seeing the hopefully good reviews, hopefully, what am I talking about? The great reviews that this book is going to get, inevitably, we'll still have the campaign there and available for people who want to actually order the book through the Indiegogo avenue. So yeah, and yeah, of course, Lord Crackhead, we will not let you down. That's why we're trying and working and putting so much into this book. It seems kind of crazy that a book that we said was pretty much done it's only a few months from a year, man, and it's like shit.
Hilarious, Rob.
Every time
it's like, but then again, as I said, we're kind of I don't know, man. Maybe we went too overboard or something, Corey. But we're like redrawing pretty much every page now, and so it's like, okay. I guess I'm not going to be moving on to Renegade Alpha anytime soon. I guess I'm stuck on Kozol while we see this thing through, and we both want to get it to you guys as soon as we possibly can. It takes a little bit of time, and we hope that you'll have the same amount of patience as us, because it will be worth the wait. We truly believe that.
I can't wait, guys. It's going to be great. Thank you for coming on. Thanks to the chat. We had like 25 people in here at one stage, so very much appreciated. Bankrupt says you only get one chance to make a first impression. I don't know if it's just me, man, but we talked about briefly before. I know backers want to get their books in hand when people say, but I'm me personally, I'm happy to wait for a book to be the best that it can. I don't like a rushed book, and I think if you put a rushed book out, it's gonna hurt you for the rest of the time.
I mean,
what? Honestly, I've gotten some books from CG, from Indiegogo, and it's like there's a few every now and then that you get that are rushed. They look rushed, and they feel rushed.
A good example.
And
I give you.
Okay, go.
Like, you see the Lucent, right?
Oh,
it was pretty flat, but now Bearcroft and remastered, and it's a bit less flat, to say.
Well, on a serious note, like Michael is putting it. He's doing something similar to what we're doing with Kozol. He's putting in the time and effort to make it the very best rendition of the Lucent that he possibly can. And he's got that European vibe going on as well for the book, which means you know that you're going to get something a little bit more different. You know that you're going to get a story that measures up to the incredible visuals there, and it's going to be the full package. A lot of the books that do come out that have the time put into them get very good reviews for a reason, and the ones that are rushed, guess what? You do see people starting to say shit about them, and you see, the lettering mistakes being pointed out. You see that being pointed out, the art issues, the writing issues. And if a little bit more time had been put in, heck, if a good chunk of time had been put in, it wouldn't, like, people, when they get a good book in their hands, they quickly forget the time that they had to wait for it. If you blow them away with that end product, I truly believe that the wait is worth it for everybody. You don't want to leave it too long. You don't want to leave it like years, because people are just it'll turn up in the mail, and they won't just not care about it anymore. They'll forget what the hell it is. Oh yeah, shit, this book I backed like 3 years ago.
Dude, I'll say this, man. Like, everyone was waiting on like Cyberpunk forever. It took 7 or so years to make, right? And I remember people were fucking demanding they like bring it out as soon as possible because it getting delayed. And they released it, and it just wasn't the best version of the game. And they're updating it now, but it's like, I've already had that first experience. Like everyone else has had the first experience.
Totally, man. And I feel like as long as you keep in touch with your backers and your audience, and you're keeping that engagement up, and you're communicating with them, that's the most important thing. And just being honest and upfront, I think is so important. Because, I think there's a tendency for creators who are falling behind, who know that they're going to be delayed, to go into hiding essentially. And part of that is because they're stressed out, and they're probably like cramming in as much time as they possibly can on this book. They don't have time to write an update. They don't have time to do a YouTube stream. And I know that seems crazy to say, but actually fitting that into your day around everything else beyond just doing the actual comic book itself can be very tricky. It takes coordinating, actually sitting down and actually doing an update. But it is extremely important, and that's one of the reasons why Corey and I have started up streaming again this week. Now that I've moved into my new place, now that we're starting to settle back into Kozor on a full-time basis. And Corey, both Corey and I have to give up other work in order to do that, because it is so important to us.
Yeah, man. Like we're going full boat into Kozor. Like, we're gonna make sure it happens, and we're gonna make sure it's really fucking good. Like,
absolutely, man.
I really want to let Clayton focus on the line art and make sure it's like insane, because that's what he's really good at.
And then I think a lot of colors. So
I think a lot of artists fall into the trap of taking on commissions, but they don't have the time management for it. Like, they don't realize how long it's going to take, how it's all going to fit in, and they get themselves in trouble.
And I always knew that about me. Like, I'm like, why? Like, I know that if I take on commissions, things are going to get put on hold because of that. And so there have been times where I'm like, okay, no fucking commissions, no matter what. But somehow, every now and then, I'll end up getting dragged back into it. I'll accept one. I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll give this. I'll do this up for this person. And then all of a sudden, there's like four more requests, and that is literally how it is. For some reason, when it rains, it pours. And then if those commissions are released, then that obviously gains momentum. And so, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that I had to be like, man, I would totally love to do this cover, this card, or this print for you. But and I've literally said to them, I've got to put my full focus into Kozor, so it's not going to be for a few months. And luckily, some of them have said, hey, you know what? I don't need this cover for a few months anyway, so that's good timing. But one thing I will advise artists, especially if they're drawing their own book, is to do not take on additional commissions, because it's a big trap that's so easy to fall into, and it will fucking eat up your time, time that you should be spending on your book. And again, I don't take on a lot of commissions, as most people know, but the few that I do take on alone can take up a good chunk of time. So just a warning to the wise there. And that's people who are drawing their own book. I know that some people are hiring other people to do their stuff. Totally awesome. Take on as many commissions as you want in that case. But that's definitely something I'd advise.
I think, like, from my point of view as a creator, not an artist, right? You've got to prepare for this kind of thing. Like, you've got to be ahead of the game, so that if a Clayton Barton is available at a certain time, right, I can book it in. Right? I can get a Clayton Barton cover and my book might not release for another 8 months or whatever. If a John Malin becomes available, you've got to take that opportunity. If you're trying to get a Clayton Barton or a John Malin to do a piece within 2 weeks, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for you.
It's not going to happen. And when John Malin reached out to me as well, with that commission in particular, it's like, well, he's a dude that actually did a lot for Kozor. And he freaking helped us launch that book on launch day. We were on his channel. On closing day, we ended the campaign, at least the 60-day run on his channel, and he really did a lot to promote the book. And so, this was actually the second time he came to me, and so I was like, man, this dude has done a lot for us, and so I felt like I really owed him a commission, to be honest. It's also good. Just really good for business and promoting the Barton Bros, obviously, being part of a John Malin project. So collaborating with John Malin, in a sense, was a bit of an exception for me. And yeah, I mean, you've just got to pick them and choose wisely what you end up taking on, because everything is going to be an expenditure of energy and investment.
All right, let's wrap it up there. Make sure you hit the link to go back Kozor and check out their stream with Malin later. Malin always drops fire. His rant on Bancrofts the other week was one of my favorite rants of all time. And yeah, it sounded like music to my ears, so I enjoyed it much. Thank you, Clayton and Corey, for popping on, and thank you, everyone in chat, for popping in.
Oh, good, man. It's an absolute honor to be here. I miss hanging out with you, man. I think even you have to admit that you have way more fun with the Barton Bros than you do with George and Leroy.
I mean, a real man would never make me choose between two sets of people. That sounds like something an SJW
two sets of dudes, but
yeah, dude, I think our streams that we had on How to Draw Comics were fantastic. I always thought they were good. I think all three of us work really well together.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We should do more.
Sure, Rob's always welcome on the Barton Bros show.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it there. Thank you, everyone in chat again. Go back some comic books. Doesn't have to be Rep or Kozor, but if it is, sensational.
Back Kozor. We need to catch up past Lucent and Replicator. So
Corey needs to put bread and meat on the table. He needs to feed his poor lovely wife.
Seriously, we're working hard at these colors. We're working hard at the line art to bring you guys the best book. Okay.
We are your slaves on Kozor.
Yeah.
All right. I'm hitting the button now, Corey and Clayton. I'm actually going to hit it. All right. Ready? We're going. Bye, guys. See ya.
Bye.